Hi, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for August 12th through the 18th. This is a collective reading. It will apply to everyone. I'm going to be doing what I typically do in this series. We're starting out on Mondays, trying to set the tone for the work week. Monday, Moon Day, motivation. That's a mouthful. We're first going to start out with some Instagram inspiration. Then I'm going to move into your tarot and oracle reading for the week. And we'll end off on a Mark Nebo reading and then a oracle message. So we're going to be using a couple of different oracle decks today. All right, let's get started. Let's see what the Instagram inspiration is for the week. This first one is by way of Corey Allen. Because I do believe a lot of people are processing a lot this week emotionally. Could be a week of heightened feelings. So this one just felt very poignant. Going from being worried about what might happen to being excited about what might happen is only a mindset shift away. So true. This next one hit me really deeply. You know how you just read certain words and they just strike you? Jaya John is a beautiful poet. He's a spoken word author. And he's got a lot of power in his voice. I love his work. Jaya John, your own love heals you. It's true. Your own love heals you. Let that be your mantra this week, if you're worried about anything. All right. Now the next one, I love his. He's more light, this writer. His name is Casey Kenny. You were put on this earth to be wildly passionate. You were put on this earth to be so wildly passionate that people can't decide if you're crazy or a genius. You were put on this earth to be a beautiful mix of kindness and wildness that society can't define. You were put on this earth to find strange but wonderful friends who make things 10 times funnier when you're with them. Don't we all have those? I have a motley crew of friends all over the world, and it's true. You get on the phone with them and you are in stitches. I love that about friends. You were put on this earth to be a radiant disco ball of energy, not a dimmed light in the corner. You were put on this earth to find joy in small things, give the best hugs, and celebrate what makes you weird. I love that one. And this is a nice one to end off with. Shout out to everyone who's learning to love their story, even if it once was a source of pain. It's true forgiveness and acceptance, isn't it? When we can look back on the stories of our lives and it's no longer painful anymore, right? That's self-mastery. All right, now let's get into your tarot reading. This is a deck I'm pulling from for the mid-August readings. Let's bring Spirit in. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for the collective today. And thank you all for joining me week after week. It's nice to have this series so I can address all of you at once. All right, let's see what we have forgotten messages are for the week. August 12th through the 18th, Spirit. What are the messages for the collective? Everyone on the spiritual path, please show us your guidance. Spirits, guides, angels, ancestors. Ooh, courage. Still feeling that influence of the Lionsgate. I saw just a picture of a lion in my mind's eye, and that is true courage comes from the empathy and the compassion that we acquire, that we remember on our path for others and especially ourselves. And that is the hardest. That's the hardest source of forgiveness, is the forgiveness that we put on us. It's easier to forgive other people, I believe, than to forgive ourselves. But I do believe that true courage and bravery is the willingness to face your fears. That a lot of us are reconnecting different parts of our heart spaces, speaking our truth with that vibrant color of blue. I just saw 444. The angelic realm is showering us with a lot of light at this time, so we can do things, say things, become things that in years past we never even thought we'd have the bravery and the courage to do. Isn't that a gorgeous image? New growth. I think I told the story once in one of the readings when I'd asked my mother about which child, I have a brother, which child do you love more? And she said, the thing about aging and having children and love in general is that you don't divide your heart. It just gets bigger. So a lot of us, through our own courage and our own bravery, our hearts have grown twice their size, right? Energetically. And there's so many hidden treasures found in the heart space. Look at the treasures that are found in the center and the core of the heart. I also read that in ancient times, this is a little graphic, but I thought it was fascinating that they would often study the heart and all of the intricacies of the arterial walls and the venous system and the chambers and the pumps so they could figure out how to build channels in ancient Egypt of the water flow. That we within, we see out in nature. So I love that card. Intention, the soul. Wow. 33, 22, and 29, y'all. Major mastery numbers. The 9 goes down to an 11. So we go from 33, 22, and 11. Wow. Now that is not a coincidence. They're pointing out these numbers. These are numbers of self-mastery. And that let our intentions be excited about what's going to happen in the future. Because we are being guided one by one on journeys of the soul, revolutionary journeys of the soul, which really empower us to live in accordance with divine law, knowing that we incarnated here to experience life. So set your intentions this week to have courage, to speak your truth from the soul. How long did I stay in that spiritual closet? And I was afraid to tell people about my beliefs. I'm still afraid to say certain things on air because of maybe appearing too woo-woo, believe it or not. Embrace the woo-woo, everyone. It's who we are. We are souls, eternal, so vast. We've traveled galaxies, universes. We are spirit. We are love. We are from the spark from the Creator. So that flame inside of you, shine it brightly. It is a treasure. It's almost like you're being given the keys to see beyond with your intention, beyond this realm, beyond this world. When you light that flame within and you nurture that flame and you feed that, you go beyond this realm into all the dimensions, right, of the astral body and the soul. You shine that radiant disco ball of energy, you all. And be proud of who you are. I think this week we need to set our intentions to have courage and to speak from the soul. I like that. I'll put that over here for now. All right, let's get into the tarot messages. I like that. What are the tarot messages for the week ahead, Spirit? Tarot messages for the week ahead. Page of Pentacles. Make the plans. Do the things that feel absolutely incredible to you. Whatever your hopes and dreams and wishes are that lie beyond this moment, keep feeding them. Keep believing in them. Dream those dreams, you all. Spirit wants you to keep putting energy towards your manifestations, your wish fulfillment. Have the courage to step into what your soul is telling you to do around your wish fulfillment. A lot of people feel like they're just receiving so much light from the astral realms from great beyond. Look at the light. We are tethered to the light. Let the light shine upon you, people. Please. It's always there. It's always there. It's just a matter of tuning into it. A lot of people are making plans. A lot of people are experiencing bright, bright, bright energies. There's a victory here in the collective. The light is winning. I'm getting that. The light is winning. We must have the courage to hold on to that light and amplify it. Not dim it, amplify it. You were put on this earth to find joy in the small things. Give the best hugs and celebrate what makes you weird. Everyone. Last card. Oh, yes. And you know what? What's beautiful, where we find our victory and our wish fulfillment, is putting the energy towards our self-care and keeping the heart open so we can let the love flow through us, the unconditional love, the compassion. I think a lot of us light workers have been making radical shifts in what we ingest, what we consume, who we communicate with, who we allow in. And mostly it's been more about, what do I need right now? Right? What do I need? And it's a radical shift. Because a lot of light workers, we were programmed to really go out there on our missions and really help transform people. And now I think this past year, a lot of us have been guided on a very deep level to go within. This hasn't just even started this year. Some of us got this call years ago, but now we're at that period of time where we're like, wow, I've actually arrived in such a beautiful place in myself. And this took, courage. It took a lot of courage to make it to where you are today. So rejoice. You spread those arms up high in the sky. Know that you are light. And you got you. You got you. You always had yourself. You just may have forgotten for a moment. And you will forget yet again in certain moments. And then you get reminded again. That light. I feel like our lights, the Light Worker Collective is opening in such new depths because of the self-love. The self-love that has carried us through. I want to clarify the star energy now. Let's clarify. All right, show me the star energy. What do you mean by the star energy, Spirit? No. What is the star energy? Some people don't feel so strong. That one to come out in reverse. Okay, the strength. In strength too, what I've been finding is, actually, this isn't even about the light worker community. It's about the people that aren't listening. We can tune into those people. We can tune into that narrative anytime we want. The people that disempower us, that shame us, that don't understand, that are more mired in the materialistic world, that don't hold strong spiritual core values. Show me more, Spirit. Why that came out in reverse. It feels like some people you want to take with you and you cannot. And that's what's hard. That's what I'm getting off of that. Because they're not quite... Yeah. So when it comes to this strength in reverse, some people misuse their power. It's greed. This people who fight for greed in the world. Try not to be overly concerned about the people that you have to leave behind that are so, they're so myopic that they don't see the soul. They don't see life beyond this realm. And I think that the light worker wish is, why can't we all recognize the souls that are housed within? Why can't we all remember that we're tethered to spirit, that we are spirit? And I understand that. We can push up against that all we want, y'all, but it's not going to serve us, because that will always exist. I mean, that's 3D reality, right? 3D reality is the misuse of power and money, capitalism, consumerism. And I could go way off on that, but we all know that that exists here. But Spirit saying, do not focus on that. All right? It's part of the whole matrix. Your job, your duty, your calling is to honor the unconditional love and compassion for all beings. Okay? And I think that needs to be said, because we're going to maybe see structures that are going to be crumbling around us. Money structures could be coming in. That it's all going to be, you know, it could be, some people might be walking away too from things that they've invested in long term, because it's disempowering you. Okay? Because the Ten of Pentacles is what we have. It's like, is what you have invested in alignment with your star energy, with what you really want and need. And so some people are fighting for a lost cause. And as far as the collective is concerned, some of us need to shift our focus away from fighting and pushing against and creating resistance against the powers that be. Okay? Because it's going to keep turning up. What we need to turn up is our soul work, our soul presence, our soul love. Staying centered, calm, and grounded. Not, I'm ready to fight and attack people who don't believe what I believe. Because all that does is it takes away from your strength. Strength is gentle. It's kind. It's fearless. Don't be afraid. Spirit is saying you have courage. See the soul, not the human. Always. Even in people who are not awakened. That's the hardest thing. All right, let's get a reading now from Mark Nepo. Actually, I'm going to put these away real quick. Just so we have the space and doesn't get messy. Yeah, that had to be said, because that's part of our landscape. And to ignore it would be, you know, foolish. But to overemphasize it and, you know, turn on the news and get riled up every day, you get to choose what you tune into. Okay? All right, let's read the reading. I have not read this yet. Let's see what it has to say. This is for August 12th. To live out loud. We are here to live out loud. Emily Zola. Early on, we know enough to cry and sound our way into the world. This is the primary purpose of voicing ourselves. Whatever comes out becomes a lifeline, a vein of expression by which we affirm again and again that we are vital, a quickening part of all the majesty and variety of life. But soon, perhaps in school or at home, or even when first venturing after a sense of love, we somehow think is not within us. Too soon, we start believing that we cry and sound in order to be heard, and everything changes. Then we become anxious to be received, to be accepted and approved. But imagine if birds only sang when heard, if musicians only played when approved of, if poets only spoke when understood. There have been many times I've struggled through the expectation and disapproval of others to refine my voice and rejoice as a living piece of things. Certainly there is a particular joy and nourishment in being heard, but I have come to realize that sounding my way into the world to express who I am must always come first. Since wanting to be thought well of never goes away, I always have to keep the reactions of others at bay long enough for my voice to make it to the light. God, it's so true about what came up in the cards. I must tell you of an old man I know who came here from Italy. He spent his life working as a plumber. He's a good, sweet man, And when he laughs, which is often, he cries, no matter who's around or whether or not anyone understands. He keeps his pipes clean. He lives out loud. Unknowingly, he has shown me how to love the world. Go outside if you can this week and listen to the birds. Hear the clearness of their song. Note how there seems to be nothing between their impulse to sing and what they sing. As you breathe, note what you are feeling and note whatever hesitation keeps you from sounding it out loud. This is a human malady. Work on removing your human hesitation. As you inhale, feel what rises in you. At the top of your breath, blink the mind shut like an eye. As you exhale, let the feeling sound from you, no matter how softly. Live out loud. Feel. It's very true. I always have to keep the reactions of others at bay long enough for my voice to make it to the light. All right, now let's go into the final oracle messages. These oracle decks I'm using today, I'm using in the mid-monthlies. Just thought they'd be nice to use them as well. These are messages for the entire collective for the week. Trust your feelings. I'm going to read these in a moment. That wants to come out. Inner strength, that courage. In the Lion, a lot of people are going up against opposition or expectations of others or what other people think, and is drowning out your own inner voice. You're strong enough to listen to the voice of your soul. Always, always. Perseverance. Okay. And I said do the bottom. Whatever you wish. All right. That she's walking into the light. Both of these, it's interesting. Both of these are showing that you are on a journey. A light-filled journey. You are unique. Your destiny is wanting for you to write... Your destiny is waiting for you to write your story and pave your own path. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Don't let others dictate who you should be. Inner strength. Don't lose yourself in things you can't change. Focus on the things you can change. Attitude, mindset, and energy. You've got everything you need. That came out in the Instagram inspiration. Perseverance. You have the power within yourself to conquer any challenge and come out stronger on the other side. Trust in your resilience and your ability to persevere. That strength in the reverse. Some of you are getting I'm exhausted. But you're strong enough to get through this. Whatever you're facing this week. And whatever you wish. Now she's sitting in contemplation, communing with the divine. When you lessen the importance of problems and suffering, life will swing back into balance. Stop the struggle and feel peace. The world responds to you. All right. Well, you all, I hope you enjoyed this collective reading for the week. I'm going to be putting out the rest of the mid-monthly readings this week as well. I may start the weekly reading sooner. I am going on vacation the last week of August. One last final throwdown with family before my daughter starts school at the beginning of September. So I hope you all enjoy the week ahead. I will be back for the Monday sessions. I'm just not sure if I'm going to go into weeklies or the September, monthly reading. We shall see. Thank you for all of your support, you all, and for the love, all the beautiful comments. I announced my birthday yesterday, and I was really surprised that a lot of people writing in were like, I was born that day too, or I know someone's born that day. It's really a wild ride, the things that bind us. We are all united. We are all together in this. You are not alone, okay? You are not alone. Far from it. I'm sending so much love. Take care.